The economy in Ciudad Juarez has always been determined by the imports and exports with the U.S. Its prime location allows for the efficient transportation of goods. Whether these goods are illegal or legal seem to be irrelevant to those who watch the city grow from its profits. Corruption and severe violence have allowed drug trafficking organizations to flourish. Elected officials use their political power to ensure the prosperity of these organizations, and law enforcement are rarely ethical. The brutal tactics these individuals use to influence others clearly expresses their disregard for human life. In 2006, the Juarez cartel and the Sinaloa cartel began to fight for police control. These conflicts caused a serious increase in violent crime. Juarez saw a jump from 130 homicides in 2007 to over 1,300 homicides in 2008. By 2010, over 3,000 homicides were reported. Juarez was a place full of fear and restriction, and it still is. Public stir caused Mexican government to finally implement some retaliation. A militarized army was placed in the region to aid law enforcement as new police forces were trained. But unethical procedures similar to the ones used by the previous corrupt police forces were found. The corruption runs so deep into the political influences of the region. Recent research has found that the responses to the significant increase of violence have actually worked. But the very corruption that caused all of this violence could be the very corruption that reduced all the violence. The significant increase in violent crime and homicide clearly gained a lot of public interest. Therefore, these drug organization leaders could have viewed this media attention as bad business and told the people to put it under wraps, explaining the reduction in violent crime. Because these events were quite recent, and because of the dangers correlated with the region, and the invalidity of all this data, there's so much need for more research in this area. Ciudad Juarez is in dire need for future research. Without valid research and reliable inferences or suggestions, Ciudad Juarez could stay in this current state of disarray.